that UConn hat, Jeff. Put it on. Yeah. UConn. UConn goes on the road to Marquette, wins 77-69. Tulip, I'm going to you first on this one. I solo ball. I don't know what else you could say. I think every shot that he hit in that game felt like, oh God, please go in. Oh God, please go in. Oh God, please go in. And then ended up going in. What do you make of this performance from UConn without Liam McNeely?
I'm Luka Doncic just got traded for Anthony Davis.
What?
No,
no. That's got to be fake news. Fake news.
I know it isn't.
No,
I just got the Shams. Yeah.
The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and the 2029 first-round pick. What?
Holy shit. What? Whoa.
What? So I figured that was worth. I figured that was worth. I didn't even know if you asked me the question, Rob.
I did. Okay. I love that we put this on, and then Dagan brings up the box score on the bottom for UConn 77, Marquette 69. Let's go. Come on, Latula. Let's go.
Yeah.
No, I want to break down this trade. Forget about UConn. Come on. I need to process this trade. LeBron and Luka.
Talk to UConn. Talk UConn. We'll get to this. We'll talk later. Go ahead.
This is important win, obviously, for UConn. I think Big East standings, NCAA tournament seeding, all that, yes, but also important, I think, because it kind of reaffirms to this team tonight. We heard Hurley in the huddle that when you play desperate, when you play tough, when you guard the way they guard, we know how capable they are offensively. I mean, solo ball, how many times do we have to see this and not call that dude one of, if not the best shooter in America? I mean, he does it night in and night out. And tonight it was 3 different occasions where Marquette cut it to single digits and he hit a 3. This just back-breaking 3 for Marquette. But look, this has been a process for UConn. And the process that they're dealing with is these players in particular is carrying this brand. Because Rob, you're the UConn guy, and I don't think I'm out of pocket for saying this. This is a less talented team than the last 2 years, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's
not an insult either. The last couple teams had 5.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But my point is that every single night they are up against it because the brand is still the brand. So you are teams when they beat UConn, it's still beating UConn, right? If you beat Dan Hurley, it's still beating Dan Hurley. And that is a lot to carry for a team that's less talented than those teams those last 2 years. But tonight it was from the jump, man. From the jump. They obviously made shots, but they were so disruptive defensively. Marquette beat them to some 50-50 balls throughout the game, but for the most part, I thought they were the tougher team. And you can see just from that matchup in general, this is why everybody loves the offense and scheme that Dan Hurley has offensively. But the teams that fall into the trap of Marquette are the teams that go high ball screen all game, that just run vanilla offense. And what Dan Hurley does with the staggers, with the pin downs, with the slips, it's shifting the help, it's shifting the gaps, it's shifting, you can't trap, you can't blow up ball screens. And that had Marquette just spinning all night. And I know they turned it over a ton, but when they got shots on rim, they were going in because they were high quality looks based off of the stuff that they schemed up. So this was huge for UConn, and just kind of, I thought, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of felt like a get right game. And kind of hey, reestablish our identity, reestablish who we are, and let's make a hell of a run here in February and March.
Yeah, the thing that really stood out to me was they won this game and they played this way while turning the ball over 25 times. They took 42 shots to Marquette's 63 shots. They gave up 20 free throws in the first half of this game, and they found a way to be able to be up by 13, right? If you look at kind of the numbers and you look at the way that this played out, when you look at what Marquette wants to do and how they want to play versus what UConn wants to do and how they want to play, I would say there was no chance that UConn won this game, just based off of the number of the amount of turnovers, all that kind of stuff. And they still found a way to win, despite the fact that Hassan Diarra was moving the way that I move out there. Like, you could tell he was not right at all. They did it without Liam McNeely. They're two ball handlers, the two guys that can create offense for other people, were either somewhere between not playing and like more or less ineffective. And it was solo ball making those threes. It was the defensive. I thought that I've had a lot of questions and been really critical of UConn defensively this season. And I thought that this was the best defensive effort that they've had between they switched pretty much every exchange and every screen. Their rotations were there. The communication was there. They were locked in at a level that I haven't seen them. They were tougher than they've been in the past. And they still had a whole bunch of loose balls that they probably shouldn't have given up. To me, it was a really, really impressive, gutty performance, a toughness performance that we really haven't seen out of UConn at this point for a long time, right? And I'm going to talk more about this on the Top Dogs podcast tomorrow. But I want to flip this to the other side, because at the start of the season, you were down on Marquette compared to me, right? And I think that you said that there's a quote that's been floating around where you said that they might not make the tournament, which is just kind of like that was you just being you, right? That you weren't saying they weren't going to make the tournament, but comparatively, you were down compared to us. Since January 1st, and I just brought it up right now, according to Torvik, they have been the 56th best team in America since January 1st, according to those efficiency numbers. How concerning is this for Marquette? How worried should all of us be? And where do they kind of stand in the pantheon of Big East teams right now?
Well, I think part of the thing was Cam Jones was playing at such a ridiculous level, and people didn't know that coming into the season, right? He's slowed down. They've adjusted. Certainly teams in the league have adjusted and slowed him down a little bit. And their supporting cast offensively is just okay, Rob. And I kind of said that from the jump. Like, he was playing like the best player in the country. And I think since over the last month or so, he's probably been playing like a third-team All-American. Well, that's not good enough when some of these other guys haven't really stepped up consistent. Chase Ross was really good tonight, but like Stevie Mitchell and Joplin were just okay. And Ben Gold, let's face it, like Ben Gold wasn't very good tonight. So, puts so much pressure on Cam Jones, and I just don't know. It's a long year, and I feel like he's kind of feeling the effects of having to carry this team all season long.